Today we're going to look at Barr's leak seal. I'll show you it. And the problem is we're having a leak at the freeze plug of the engine in the generator. It's a 4-cylinder, 3-liter engine. But I wanted to first show you what we're using. It's called liquid copper. And you can take a look at it. Oh, you don't need the Spanish. Okay, so it actually looks pretty cool. I don't know if you could see it, but you're supposed to use about half of it for a small 4-liter engine. And what this will do, this will stop a leak. And I'll show you where the problem is. Okay, now in the generator, if you look over here, this is the engine. And it's a 4-cylinder engine, and what they do is, here's the block heater that we installed, and if you look up, I'll try to, okay, what they do is, here's the engine. You can see over here, right over here, that's a freeze plug, see over there? And what they do is they take out one of the freeze plugs over there and they replace it with a brass freeze plug that has a hole in it, so that there's a hole in the center of that freeze plug, so that this plastic connector can connect to it, and that can, so that it can be fed hot water through the block heater. And the problem is that freeze plug, that I believe it's Briggs. I'd spoken to IMCO that kind of sets up the engine for Briggs, and they think it's Briggs that does it, but they're looking into it. There's a leak around the freeze plug, and the reason why it's dripping is because, unfortunately, whoever did it, which I believe it's Briggs, they did not use a Permatex, a gasket sealer. Now, if you look at the gasket sealer, I'll show you this. This is Permatex. Let me show the light. It's a liquid sealant, and that's what you should be using around there. So it's dripping down, and if you can see, it's a little wet there. I don't know if you can see it over here. It's a little wet there. You can look over here. There's a couple of drops. Though it is sunny. And the problem is that when it pressurizes, it starts to drip there. So I'd like to stop that, and I was thinking about taking it out. I called Briggs. They offered to give me a number, a case number, so I could have someone fix it, but it's very difficult to get someone to do customer service on the Briggs generators. The companies really just want to set it up, and if you don't really use them to set it up, then they're not interested in coming doing a repair. For this repair, you'd basically have to remove the whole manifold, this whole manifold. It's a lot of work. Then you could reach it, and then you'd pull it out, put in a new one with gasket sealer. So I thought I would use Barr's leak seal. This way it'll make a seal on the inside. And I want to, instead of putting it in, so they want you to put it into the radiator, but I could reach it over there. I'd have to drain some off. So what I decided to do instead was, I want to get it directly into the engine, where the radiator coolant is. So I'm going to remove the heater hose over there, and I'm going to try to capture some of the antifreeze, and then I'll feed it in through the heater hose, directly into the engine, into the coolant section, through the block heater hose. So I'm going to have to put this on. I only have 2 hands, so I'm going to put this on my headgear holder for the phone, and hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on. If you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're back. I'm just going to put this on. Hopefully you could see what we're working on. And I'm going to take apart the heater hose over here. loosen that up. Okay, it's coming off. Let me loosen it up some more. Alright, hopefully you can see that. Alright, so we're going to drain it out. Uh-oh. That's enough. Alright. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, we still have some more room. So basically, I'm going to take this and pour it in. This way I can pour it into the engine directly. Trying to drain some more out. Alright. Looks like you can hold it. Obviously, we're going to reuse that. Okay, now let's go to the other side. We got the bars. Hopefully we can do this. We'll pull this over. Oh, okay. Now what I'm going to do is, if you can see, that's where it leads into the engine. Right over there. So if I pour the bars in, it'll go straight into the engine. Alright, so hopefully it's overflowing and we're losing some, but alright. Well, we lost a bunch of antifreeze, but oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. Should have thought about that earlier. Alright. Now, I got the bars. Everybody makes mistakes, you know. It is what it is. Shake it up. Oh, I guess I should read the instructions. It says use half a bottle if it's in a 4-cylinder engine. Alright, so if it's full up to here, but half the bottle is in the middle. Oh. This will feed it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Looks like liquid metal. Alright, so it's about there. Okay. That looks good. Now we have to get it to the other side without losing it. That's a problem. We'll have to figure that out. Let me just lift it up a little more. Let it go all the way into that engine. That's good. That seems to have done the trick. Oops. Oh. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna have to do is get the radiator fluid back into a bottle somehow through a I guess I'll use a cup. And that's what I'm gonna do. We'll take a break for a second. Okay, so we're back. Reconnected the hose and I've refilled the bottle all the way to the top. So by putting the bars directly here, it's directly in the engine by the coolant, inside the coolant. So it should be most effective. And so what we'll do is, it says to start the engine, run it for at least 5 minutes, and just let it idle. So we'll run it, and we'll idle it. I'll just close it up so it won't be so noisy. Put it on manual. We'll come back. Okay, let's shut it off. Okay, we shut it off. Let's put it in auto while we're here. Did that do it? No, everything you have to hold down for some reason. I don't know. Alright, now it's automatic mode. Alright, let's take a look around the other side. Okay, so we ran it for about, I think I ran it about half an hour. It says you really just need to run it for about, it says somewhere 20 minutes on the video, and then it says 5 minutes is okay. But in any event, you can see it's definitely under pressure, right? Yeah, it's under pressure, and I don't see any leak. It looks like it looks to me like the leak stopped. So as of now, we'll keep an eye on it. But there's no dripping. It's under pressure, apparently. It feels like it. And it seems like it stopped the leak, but we'll keep an eye on it. With these things, you really have to just keep an eye on it. Okay, so far so good. And any comments, put them on the video. And if anything changes, I'll post a comment on it.